Hi, you're watching the headlines with me. I'm Deepavali Hazra. The winter session of Parliament begins tomorrow, that is on Monday, the 18th of November. The key focus of the government will be on the Citizenship Amendment Bill, which seeks to provide citizenship to minorities from neighbouring countries. This bill, remember, lapsed in the monsoon session amid vehement protests by the opposition. The government is also likely to bring in the Ayodhya Act to set up a trust that will oversee the construction of a Ram temple in Ayodhya. After the National Democratic Alliance held a meeting today ahead of the Parliament session, Lok Janshakti Party chief Chirag Paswan said that the NDA should appoint a convener for better coordination among the allies. Expressing concern over allies like TDP and Shiv Sena exiting, Paswan Jr. said a convener would ensure that things function more smoothly. The All India Muslim Personal Law Board has decided to file a review petition in the Supreme Court over the Ayodhya verdict. The board said that the top court in its judgment had several errors and contradictions, and therefore the board will seek a review for what rightfully they say belongs to the Muslims. The decision comes after a week after the Ayodhya verdict, following which the UP Sunni Central Waqf Board had said it will not go for any review against the ruling. The centre has decided to provide Z category security cover to Justice S. Abdul Nazir, who was part of the bench which pronounced the Ayodhya verdict, and his family members will also get security in view of the threat from the Popular Front of India. In majority verdict on 9th November, the Supreme Court had granted the disputed Ayodhya land to Hindu parties while ordering for a separate 5-acre land to be given to the Muslim parties. One army jawan was killed and 3 others were injured when an IED went off in the Akhnur sector of Jammu and Kashmir. The blast happened when troops were moving around in an army truck. The blast occurred near line of control in Palanwala sector of the area. Amid the rift within the BJP and Shiv Sena, Devendra Fadnavis on Sunday visited the memorial of late Sena leader Bal Thackeray on his death anniversary. While leaving the venue, Fadnavis was subjected to chants by Shiv Sena supporters. Meanwhile, RPI chief Ramdas Athavale, who is a leader from Maharashtra, told the media that Amit Shah had said BJP and Sena will form the government in the state despite the events that are unfolding currently. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said that Shiv Sena MPs were being allotted seats on the opposition side of the parliament in both of the houses, as its minister Arvind Sawant had resigned and the party is working out an alliance with the Congress and NCP to form the government in Maharashtra. Shiv Sena also skipped the NDA meet ahead of the winter session of the parliament on Sunday. IIT Delhi and Bombay are currently working on a project to install an anti-smog tower in Delhi NCR by next winter. This tower is modelled on a similar tower in China that has been dubbed as the world's largest air purifier. The tower for Delhi will have a local effect and will take in dirty air, pass it through filters, and then release fresh air back into the atmosphere. Gotabaya Rajapakse stormed to victory in Sri Lanka's presidential elections 7 months after terror attacks killed 269 people in the country. Gotabaya spearheaded the brutal crushing of the Tamil Tigers 10 years ago. The retired Lieutenant Colonel won 53 to 54% of the vote. He is the younger brother of Mahinda Rajapakse, who was the president of Sri Lanka from 2005 to 15. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.